Hey everyone, we'll be starting shortly. I am getting everything set up, so please bear with me. Righty ho, that's all posted. That's all saved. I can close that now. Get rid of this. 2. Connection seems to be good. No drop frames. I think we're good to go. So, hi everyone. Welcome to another stream of Apollo Justice, and the first stream for this week. Hope everyone had a nice weekend. Had a nice Monday. Mine was alright. Had a nice session on Saturday, so it's all good. And yeah, we're going to be continuing on Apollo Justice today. Last time we had finished off the mythological case of the Kitsune and the Birdman, technically called a Tengu, but well, it might have been a Tengu, might be a different name actually. But regardless, we found out the truth. We got the person, the real criminal put in prison or executed or whatever would happen to him. It was the mannequin. And we are now going back to school for law, and we're going to see what's gonna happen there. Apparently there was some stabbing or something, but we shall find out because we're going to be watching the intro once again today. Other than that, I think that's everything. So yeah, let's just go straight into this. Let's get that game up. Yep, sound has been picked up. It's showing up on there. Yeah. All right, we're good to go. We're going to be watching the intro again, so get ready. Episode 3, Turnabout Academy.
Themis Legal Academy, a prestigious high school with alumni in the highest echelons of the legal world.
Hey, Swordmaster, welcome. Danganronpa vibes. I wouldn't know about that because I haven't played that, but then I don't think I have much interest in it. Okay, I'll take your word on that. Or Dogon Rompa. October 24th, 1:25 p.m. Famous Legal Academy. That is, I think the last case was in like July, so this is a good few months later. Oh, it's Athena. Oh no, I'm going to be late. Wait a minute, these guys are wearing red. They're not in the same school. Phew, finally. This is it, the illustrious Themis Legal Academy. This is the place where many distinguished lawyers and prosecutors got their start. The news spread that Mr. Wright had gotten his attorney's badge back. Everyone wanted to be a lawyer. He received a call from his school asking for him to pay a visit. Mr. Wright brought us along hoping we'd learn something from the experience. But no, I had to go and blow it by getting here 30 minutes late. At least it's not all business today. After all, today's their school festival. Culpable Curry. Prestigious Diner. Rose Cute and Classic Cafe. Guilty Dolls. Mock Trial. 1F for all. Wow, this place has school festival written all over it, literally. Why all the cold stares? Is it because everyone's in a uniform except me? I like the way I dress. You wear a bright yellow, outfit. Probably hurts their eyes. Wonder where Mr. Wright and Apollo are. Your attention, please. This is an announcement from the Mock Trial Committee. The mock trial will begin shortly. All students and faculty, please proceed at once to the lecture hall. That's not how you say it, but, you know. Thank you. Sounds like a mock trial is about to start. But where's this lecture hall? It's like all the students and faculty are heading that way. Might as well join them. They'll find Mr. Wright and Apollo there. This is stupidly high-tech. Like, the rest of the school looks normal, and then you just go into the future. Like, what? October 24th, 1:33 p.m. Third floor. They have 3 floors? This is the lecture hall? This is more like for a university, not a school. This must be the lecture hall. Wow, they spent some serious money on this place. The district court can't even compete. I don't know who's saying that. It might be Apollo or it might be Phoenix. I'll go default Apollo. Hey, Athena, over here. Ah, Mr. Wright, Apollo. I've been looking for you, too. I'm so sorry I'm late. 2028, this stuff already exists. It doesn't matter if it's 2028. It's high tech for a school where the rest of the school looks perfectly normal. It's okay. Sorry we couldn't wait for you. We didn't want to be late for our meeting. Lucky for you, the person we're supposed to meet always seems to be running late. I don't know who this is. I'll just go, Mr. Wright, Mr. Just, it seems Professor Court has yet to arrive. It's a statue. Who looks like a Greek statue. I don't know how to do a Greek accent, so I'll just do sort of a dignified one, I guess. How unprofessional of her to keep visitors to our esteemed institution waiting like this. I shall make her right or will not. Oh, who do we have here? All right, you haven't been introduced yet. Ah, yes, you must be the young lady Mr. Wright was telling me about. I'm Aristotle Means, a professor at this hallowed hall of learning. I oversee the lawyer course here. It is a pleasure to meet you. I'm Athena Sykes. I just recently got my attorney's badge myself. It's nice to meet you too. Punches in the face with that sound effect. How wonderful. So vigorous and vivacious. You have just earned yourself a gold star. That's a creepy smile. Wow, thanks. That big smile of his is kind of scary, though. Yeah. If you can see the sides of their mouth like that, that's just weird. It's like he's not got real teeth. Looks like the mock trial's about to begin. What are we going to do about our meeting? Well, speaking of the mock trial, do either of you know what it's about? Oh, but I thought we had sent a pamphlet to your office. Right, the pamphlet. Whatever happened to that? You won't be seeing it again. Trucy used it for the old rip it up and restore it trick. Unfortunately, it didn't work out as advertised. Well, it seems I'd better explain the situation then. Thank you, Professor. Wait, no, first! I am a lawyer! What magnificent presentation technique! Both your timing and speed were impeccable. Speed? You mean speed's important when presenting evidence too? Absolutely. The speed and approach angle theorems are the first things we teach here. I believe Mr. Wright and the others like him already made extensive use of them. You do, boss? Well, to some degree, I guess. It never even crossed my mind. This lawyer thing is deeper than I thought. Phoenix never went here. He went to a random school, then almost got put in prison for something he didn't do. And that was a university. Anyway, the Miss Legal Academy. Now, does anyone have any questions? I do, Professor. Can you tell me about your school? What an excellent question. Here's a gold star for asking. Our academy has 3 courses to choose from. Blue, red, or grey. Students seeking to be lawyers take the lawyer course. Likewise, budding prosecutors take the prosecutor course and future judges the judge course. Wow. You have everything for someone who wants to seriously pursue a... You have everything here for someone who wants to seriously pursue a career in law. Why is that so hard? Yes, well, that's what makes our school special, and today even more so. After all, we are here to be treated to a lecture by the legendary attorney Phoenix Wright. We can't wait to hear all about his return to the legal profession. He can't be that famous, Jesus. You're giving a lecture, Mr. Wright, but you're not even a professor. Yeah, well, I'm giving them what they want. Did you even know you were meant to be giving a lecture here today? Yes, sort of. But I came here early because I was supposed to have a meeting. With the head of the judge course, Constance Court. It's been a whirlwind of a morning. Let's leave it at that. Professor Court. She is a wonderful instructor, but quite unpunctual. Oh, so that's who's late. From what I've heard, our esteemed Mr. Wright here is scheduled to hold a training seminar tomorrow in addition to today's lecture. Training seminar? For lawyers? What exactly does that involve? Why, it involves the very skills that make a lawyer. The arm angle when shouting, objection. The proper way to strike the podium. How to protect or project one's voice. And most importantly, how to bluff your way to victory. Huh? Who exactly do you want me to teach stuff like that to again? What a wonderful question. You just earned yourself a gold star. The great honor of taking a seminar by a famous lawyer and a famous prosecutor. That is what is at stake in this mock trial, the crown jewel of the school festival. The mock trial in question is a prestigious event that every student aspires to win. You're a top student of the lawyer course and a top student in the prosecutor's course. Face off in a simulated court case set in this very school. As for the case itself, we select the best script written by a judge course student and base our case on that. Ooh, a one-on-one battle? How thrilling! So if the student studying to be a lawyer wins, they get to take my training seminar? Well, what if the other student wins? I'm not a prosecutor, so... There's no cause for alarm. We have a famous prosecutor ready for just such a case. Is it Edworth? But exactly who it is, well, that is a special surprise. A famous prosecutor? No, it can't be. I don't know who this is yet, so I'll just do normal. Professor Means, forgive me for interrupting you and your guests. Oh, okay, it's you, Sunflower Woman. Whiplash. What? You're not Juniper? Okay. I need to try and remember Juniper. I think I'd remember it, sort of. But it's probably more secure? I'm Juniper Woods, a senior in the judge course. Professor, the trial will begin shortly, since you will be delivering the pre-trial speech. Would you mind waiting up in the balcony until we're ready for you? My, how very organized you are, Juniper. You have just earned yourself a gold star, too. But what about Professor Court? Well, I suppose she'll eventually arrive. Now then, I trust you will look after our visitors, Juniper. Yes, of course, Professor Means. Juniper? Juniper Woods, is that you? Then, Athena, I almost didn't recognize you. I didn't know you were back from Europe. Wait, you two know each other? Now that's a coincidence. It's like fate. We've known each other since we were kids. We're like best friends, right, Junie? Yes. Well, we lived close to each other, so we used to play in the forest together. Yeah, like a lot. Why won't she look at me? I guess I shouldn't be surprised since we haven't seen each other in a long time. Anyway, we're supposed to be going to the weight room, right? Not that I wouldn't mind taking in the mock trial you're putting on today. Unfortunately, the mock trial is only for students and faculty. There is one seat reserved for Mr. Wright, but no other exceptions are allowed. Yes, I am very sorry, but it is part of the student curriculum after all. I hope you won't mind remaining in the waiting room until the trial concludes. Oh, that's too bad. I was hoping to learn something new today. I'll tell you what, Apollo. Why don't you take my place? What? Really? Sure. Besides, I'd like to meet with Professor Court as soon as we get here. Oh, no fair. I want to see the mock trial, too. Sorry, I'm going to let Apollo pull what little rank he has, if it's okay with Professor Means. But of course, Mr. Wright, if that is what you wish. It's settled then. We'll expect a full or detailed report, Apollo, so pay attention. Being the new kid sure stinks. If you would please follow me, I'll escort you down to the waiting room on the first floor. October 24th, 2:15 p.m. For some reason, my mind went, it's been a day. They've been in the waiting room the whole day. Still no Professor Court. It's been over 30 minutes. And Mr. Wright snoozing away on the sofa. No, wait. He'll get hit by a fire extinguisher. This is so boring. I should have hit in the ledger hall and spat on the mock trial. Eek. What was that? October 24th. Oh, I was trying to do a fake yawn and I did a real one. Oh, Athena, I could have sworn I just heard something fall down and break. Literally, I was trying to pretend to do a yawn, but pretending to do a yawn made me actually yawn. You're running now. I think it was you. Well, it wasn't me. I think it came from somewhere outside. Oh, well, we better go have a look, seeing as everyone else is in the lecture hall. Okay. Ooh. 67th School Festival. That would mean, if they had one each year, that would mean that this school has existed for 67 years. At least. And that's if they did it from the conception of the school. If they didn't, then that's 67 out of the time the school was here. And that could have been like anything before that would be more years. Unless they have this like a school festival every like month or so. Is this staged for some sort of concert? It kind of reminds me of a courtroom. Wait, Athena, behind the witness stand. What? Why is he so serious? That's why. 1 second. Sorry about that. Eek. She has a book. The book did it. Professor Court, can you hear me? Professor. Wait, that's who we're supposed to be meeting with? Looks like our meeting's been cancelled for us. No way! This can't be real. Why is she in a tracksuit? I called the police. They should be here soon. I'll go tell everyone in the lecture hall too. No, wait. They'll find out soon enough once the police get here. Let's do our own crime scene investigation before it gets too crowded around here. Oh? Are you even allowed to do that? It's no big deal as long as we leave it exactly like we found it. Plus... No, never mind. Anyway, we should look around while the scene's still fresh. But... Okay, you're the boss. By the way, I'm a lawyer. Oh, a shiny new attorney's badge. Brings back memories. Heard that countless people live in dread of your pointer finger. Were you really that scary back then, Mr. Wright? Strike one. I've always been just as you see me here. Cool. A harmless sheep in wolf clothing? Strike two. You have an old picture of yourself? Wait, never mind, I'm not sure I want to see it. Strike three, you're out. We should start by studying the body. The body apparently is in the top part of this. I wonder what's the best angle for this. Fine, I guess it wants me to rotate. I guess I really do have to examine the body. Well, I guess I better get used to stuff like this if they want a full-fledged lawyer. What do we have here? Book? I'm guessing it fell out of her chest pocket. Wait, if it's her diary, that's the most private thing a girl has. True, but considering the situation at hand, my apologies to the late Professor Core. No, don't! 22nd, routine report. Need to speak with Hugh O'Connor. 23rd, meet with Hugh about that report yesterday. Important. 24th, 9 AM, prep for mock trial, final confirmation. 1 p.m. Meet with Mr. Wright about training seminar. 2 p.m. Mock trial begins. Looks more like a planner than a diary. Every page seems to have the same word mark, or sword mark, printed on it at that. I still think a girl deserves her privacy. This may help her solve the case, somehow. Sword printed on the cover on each page. She's wearing pink trainers. Anything strange about the body? Take a deep breath and take a good look. Well, now that you mention it, there's no blood around. Yep, the victim's body is cold and rigor mortis has already started to dissipate. It would appear that quite some time has passed since Professor Court was murdered. Thing is, the quad was packed with students up until the start of the mock trial. Wait, does that mean that she was killed at a different location? Ooh, I know. The killer moved the body here while everyone was in the lecture hall. That's a definite possibility. Anything else? Her arms are raised over her head and there are dark bruises around her wrists. Yeah, the professor was probably tied up or something. Eventually her wrists were unbound and she reached up to stretch. She was killed? As she reached up to stretch. Hey, Sean. Welcome. Actually, I'm not so sure about this theory. Well, it's not exactly a lot to go on. What if her arms were bound and they used like a zip line to drive her down, and then at some point it perfectly burned away the rope that was around her wrists, which made her collapse here? Dead. Well, already dead. There's not exactly a lot to go on. There's an arrow stuck in her side. The gunshot wound and stab wounds are pretty common, but arrow wounds? This is a homicide any way you slice it. In other words, we have a murder on our hands. A murder? Here? So that makes this arrow the murder weapon. Well, that and the bow that shot it. Right, but that could be a killer. Oh, but where could the killer have shot her from? The stage is a sea of obstructions. I'm no expert on archery, but it can't have been easy to hit a target with this much stuff around. Would it be possible to kill someone by stabbing them with an arrow? I'm not sure. It's better do some more investigation before jumping to conclusions. Jumping. Yes, you can kill someone with an arrow, barehanded. You have to get good with it, though. Wait, I want to look at more things. I think that's about all we're going to find out about the body for now. Nice work, Athena. Your face only turned 5 shades of pale. Pale? I wasn't expecting 50. I was expecting 50. We should probably take a picture of the crime scene just in case. Okay, I'm on it. Say cheese. Why are you being so weird about it, Athena? Cheese. I thought I was the one with a twisted sense of humor. I think that should do it. Alright, let's take a better look around the area while we wait for the police to arrive. This pile of rubble sticks out like a sore thumb. It's like the broken pottery or plaster. Maybe this is the source of the noise we heard. There were supposedly 2 statues on this stage. It seems to recall, or I seem to recall hearing that a co-ed from the Fine Art Club had made them. There were 2? Then that thing over there is the remainder of the other statue. This could be related to the case. Let's take a closer look. Wonder what this was a statue of. Whatever it was a reddish purple color. When Apollo and I first got here, both statues were already here, but they were covered up. I bet they were waiting to unveil them when the school festival moved here to this stage. You mean that this duffel bag looking thing was actually being used to cover the statues? I guess that just leaves the question, were they broken by accident or on purpose? Oh, what a puzzle this is. Why am I getting like... Oh, I can actually go up. Yeah, this looks familiar. That belt buckle is kind of stand out. Something buried in the rubble. The Themis Herald? Wait, we shouldn't disturb it. Let's just read what we can. Pending declaration of love rocks campus. The final act in torrid love triangle centered on campus she-devil Juniper Woods. Level-headed lawyer course genius and hot-blooded prosecutor course student will go head-to-head in a mock trial battle for the she-devil's black heart. Hugh O'Connor has declared, guys, I need you to stop spoiling things. First it was Sean and now it's Raffatron. Stop it. I will put you on timeout, okay? Because you kind of just ruined that for me. I wanted to figure that out on my own and you've just told me the answer. So, you know. Hugh O'Connor has declared that he will confess to her that if he wins. Wait, what? I seriously wish I hadn't read that. You find that more shocking than discovering a murder victim's body? But we're talking about my friend Junie here. She'd never lead guys on like that. I think you don't believe everything you read, do you? This article is clearly written with malicious intent. I'm not buying a word of it. You're right, but it's still disturbing, even if it's a third-rate tabloid material. School paper with a malicious scoop on an alleged love triangle involving Junie. There's so many words, it was too hard to read, apparently. Well, why is it just there in the open? I think I just read that. I didn't click. Mr. Right, Athena. Oh, here comes Apollo. I've never seen anyone move so fast. He's got a gun. Listen, something's big happened. I was at the mock trial when the police announced a body had been found on campus. You literally just ran into us with the body. That's right, and we're the ones who phoned it in. We found Professor Court dead behind the witness stand over there. What? Can you show me? I want to see the dead body. Okay, Apollo. What the? We already had a quick look at the body. It's definitely a homicide. Once the police get here... No, I know it's a homicide. I'm shocked because it's the same. Exactly the same. Whoa there, Apollo. Take a deep breath and explain what you mean. It's the same. The body, that is. It's like how it was in the mock trial. What? It's like the mock trial? I know it sounds crazy, but... The body's location and the position, the murder weapon, the lack of pooling blood... It's all exactly like the mock trial. You're kidding, right? It can't really be all the same. Can it? I think Apollo only stays at the Rights Anything Agency because there's no one else who would take it. Probably, yeah. It's all that screaming. He does. October 24th. Same day. Same lecture hall. Were these words always, like, unreadable? Because I swear you could read them before, but they look like they've been AI translated or something. The whole school's in an uproar. There won't be any more classes today. Murder on campus. That's the last thing I expected at a legal academy. I'll go to Professor Means what we observed when we discovered the body. You two wait here until we've spoken with the police. Yes, boss. I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe we have to wait around here. I can't sit still at times like these. Hope Junie hasn't faded from the shock of this whole thing. Oh, she's right there. Athena. Athena. There you are. Junie, am I glad to see you? I was worried that... Don't worry about me. I'm a student of the I am student council president after all. I need to be strong. I was going to say I am the part of the student council president. It's like, no, you're the same person. DC exposed. Student council president. Wow, now I'm impressed. She's really changed. She used to be kind of sickly and shy. Juniper, was it? You mind if we ask you a few questions? Yeah, we're stuck here waiting for the police. There's really not much to do. Sure. What would you like to know? I'm going to present you things. That's your attorney's badge, isn't it? I really envy you, you know. The gold sunflower really suits you. Thanks, but I know you'd make a fabulous judge someday, Junie. Thank you, but even if I become a judge, I'll never have one of those sunflower badges. Wait, so she only envies me for the badge? You know it's against school rules for you to have such things in your possession. As student council president, I'm afraid I'll have to confiscate that. Hand it over, please. But this is important evidence! Oh, well, then I suppose we can make an exception just this once. Wow, she's one tough law and order type president, all right. You get your hands off my evidence! Already did that, so skip. What about this? Oh, that's... Sorry, but I couldn't help reading it. You always were popular with the guys. That's not true. I was never... You just didn't realize it, but that made you even more irresistible. It's been 7 years. I only said 70. It's been 70 years! But I still remember how all the boys wanted to be near you. I bet you used to get all excited when the guy handed you a love letter. And then you got really bummed out when they said, could you give us this to Juniper for me? How do you know? I'm sure it was just a lucky guess, but why'd it have to be Apollo of all people? This guy's a loser! I haven't seen you in ages, Junie. What's it been, 7 years or so? Yes, and I remember how you were always there for me, Athena. Maybe it's just me, but I wanted to ask why you seem so distant. Remember how you used to call me Athena? It's been 79 years, Athena. You owe me 20 pounds, $20. I liked it better that way. It felt like we were sisters, you know? Yes, but I'm student council president now. And as a student representative of Themis Legal Academy, I have to act properly. She was never this stiff and formal before. I hate this Junie. I don't want her. I'm just Athena just doing that, not me. I know you wanted to be a judge, but I didn't expect this. It's such a prestigious school, and you're in the judge course to boot. Yes, and Professor Court had been in charge of it until, well, you know. Oh, right, Professor Court was the professor in charge of Junie's course. What sort of teacher was Professor Court? If I had to sum her up in a single word, I'd say she was amazing. The judge must always seek the truth. That was her mantra, and she used it in trying to fix what was wrong with our school. She was a beacon of hope in this dark age of the law. What's wrong with your school? What did you mean by that? Oh, nothing. Never mind. Am I imagining, or did I just detect something in Junie's voice? Professor Court chose my script for the mock trial. Oh? You mean all the students in the judge course had to submit a script? And yours was the one she selected? Wow, that's amazing, Junie. Oh, thank you. But now Professor Court is... do such a thing. Just yesterday, we were working together, trying to get things ready. Excuse me. She still sniffs the flower. Are you alright, Junie? Maybe you should take it easy for a while. She's still got that cough. Guess she's not as strong as she pretends to be. Why do you need a script in a showdown between a lawyer and a prosecutor? Well, we were simulating a trial, so we needed a script as a framework. All the details about the incidents and the people involved are included in the script. We also prepared a crime scene, photos, and a murder weapon, and other kinds of evidence. Wow, you guys think of everything. Must be getting hard. Oh. Let me try that again. Must be hard getting all that ready. Must be getting hard. All that ready. Yes, well, it was only Professor Court and I. After all, we didn't want the script or other elements of the mock trial to get leaked. We were only the ones in the entire school who knew all of the details. Must have been a big pain in the... that must have been a real difficult... See? She is kind of like the way I've been portraying her, where she just suddenly, like, swears or curses. She's like, pain in the ass. It's like, that must have been difficult. I wrote the script so that the case could go either way. That way, the defense and the prosecution both had an equal chance of winning. If you think that's all she's capable of, you got nothing coming. I don't know who this is yet. Huh? Who said that? Hello. You look like a douchebag, so, Juniper's genius doesn't stop at her brilliant script. Yeah! She gave me an award-winning performance as the defendant, man! I think I found a rival to my cause of steel. You, Robin, aren't you going to introduce yourselves to our guests? The student council president won't have you treating him rudely. You're right. I heard Mr. Wright was bringing a couple of guests with him. And that would be you two, Apollo Justice and Athena Sykes. Yep, I'm Athena Sykes. And I'm Apollo Justice. Nice to meet you. I'll pass on the handshake. I'm studying to be a lawyer. Name's Hugh O'Connor. But some call me Mr. Perfect because I never score less than 100% on tests. Most pretentious introduction ever. And what's with his hand? Is it glued to the inside of his pocket or what? Yeesh. Let me be the first to apologize for Hugh's totally rude introduction. Sorry! Now here's my intro. Robin Newman. I'm starting to be a prosecutor just like the really cool kind that nails the bad guys. No! Where's the sincerity? So he makes pottery too? What's the bracelet contraction for? Junie sure has some unusual friends. These two were the lawyer and the prosecutor in today's mock trial. And even though I wrote the script, I also played the part of the defendant. Final act in the torrid love triangle centered on campus she-devil downable words. Level-headed lawyer course genius and hot-blooded prosecutor course student. We'll go head-to-head in a mock trial battle for the she-devil's black heart. Wait, these are the guys who suppose they have a thing for Junie? Juniper, come on. Your role's way better beyond just that. That's right! The mock trial's just a start! Yeah. She's also the school festival's main event. Live on stage, Juniper Woods, and the crowd goes bananas. Woo! I'm supposed to sing at the school festival. All the other girls were too embarrassed to try out, so... My Junie singing? On stage in front of people? Wow, she really has changed. I was responsible for making everyone's stage costumes. Oh, wow. What? Just make a throwback to the previous game. Constellation through the fabric. Loose. Constellations throughout. Brooch. Make glow from inside. Embellished with frills. It's literally just Apollo's mother, who she will never reveal herself to. and this is what I'll be wearing. That's amazing, Junie, but then again, you're always good at this kind of thing. These constellations in particular are really something. They're just blowing their own horn here. And it's like, wow, this design for this character is so cool. Isn't it amazing? And you can find out more in Apollo Justice's game. Oh, thank you. One of my favorite things to do is look up at the stars in the middle of the forest. Ah, so you're a fan of the night sky then? Yes, Apollo. Wow, Apollo, didn't know you were such a romantic. It's not like that. I just have this friend and he and I go way back. Wait, you had friends when you were young? Calling me surprised. Ow, Athena! What the hell? Why are you being so mean to him? As student council president, I cannot allow such mean-spirited teasing to continue. I think she's angry. The costumes were no problem, but as for singing, I'm not sure No, you can do it! That's right. Anyone who says otherwise will have to answer to me. It's like a chivalrous love triangle. A damsel in distress and two knights in shining armor. Maybe that Themis Herald article wasn't too far from the truth. Speaking of the latest news, I wonder how the mock trial turned out. So, how did the mock trial end? Oh, excuse me. We were just about to reach a verdict when the police arrived. Now we'll never know how it would have turned out. I guess that's what happens when there's a real murder during a fake murder trial. It ended right before the verdict. Talk about bad timing. I was this close, man. I bet I would have won. I bet the defense wasn't doing too badly either, right? Zen and the art of the mastering the bar exam. Civil law, corporate law, criminal law. Does it say 4th edition or W edition? We'll settle this some other time, and I assure you I will win when the time comes. I'm gonna make that happen. I don't think so. I hope they don't end up hurting each other. Oh, don't worry. The 3 of us have been good friends since we enrolled here. We even have proof of our friendship. Proof? Like physical evidence proof? Yes, we're studying for a career in law, and in the legal world, evidence is everything. Yeah! As long as our friendship lasts, you can bet we'll be carrying them around. And the famed Themis legal system ingenuity at work. So what exactly is this proof of friendship anyway? Well... it's a secret, and if I show you, it would be bad luck. Oh, okay. I knew it. There's definitely some discord in Junie's voice. Our friendship is sacred and inviolable. It's not something to put cheaply on display. Proof? We don't need no stinking proof! Us 3 friends are friends forever! I can hear discord in their voices too. But they're talking about their friendship. What's going on here? Something wrong, Athena? No, it's nothing. Oh, all right then. Hey, isn't that... Everyone stay right you are, don't move a muscle. Oh, it's you. Okay. Detective Fulbright? Is something wrong? Why, this isn't my little lawyer friends. Sorry, but the fight, the small talk will have to wait. Juniper Woods, you're under arrest for the murder of Constant Court. I'm what? Wait a second, what's going on here? Why are you arresting Junie? Please, Detective Fulbright, we were involved in the case too. Aha! So you're the lawyers the dispatch said were on the scene. I can't tell you everything, but I will say this. There are 2 major reasons for arrest. Number 1. The suspect led somebody to where the body was. I didn't. And number 2. The crime scene is exactly how the suspect portrayed it in her script. But you can't arrest her just on those grounds. True, but there's more. However, Prosecutor Blackwell specifically told me to say no more than that. So Blackwell's prosecuting the prosecuting attorney on this one too? Detective Fulbright, we found this in the suspect's pocket. Wait, there's blood on this. That's evidence that we made for the mock trial. A mock trial? Never heard of such a thing, but it sounds fishy to me. Real fishy. Now, if you would, officers. Yes, sir. But Junie has to do something. Kill them all! I can't take her away like this. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do.
Hold it!
Oh, it's a cutscene.
Hold it! I refuse to believe that she's the killer! Junie! I've decided. I'm going to defend you. I'll fight with everything I've got. Dina. Junie, it's good to hear you say that name again.
Just gotta say, that was a nice cutscene. Completely pointless. Like, that didn't do anything for the story, but sure, I'll take it. Hate to interrupt your bonding time, but aren't you rather new to all this? You're barely even a lawyer. Well, I don't have much experience, and I may need Apollo and Mr. Wright's help at times. But nobody believes in Judy as much as I do. I'll help you too, Juniper. There's no way you'd murder the old professor. Dina. Apollo. Thank you both. I'm counting on you. We got your back, Junie. Guess things worked out after all. Now that you have your lawyers, Miss Woods, it's time for us to head back to the station. Disappears into the night. I can't believe Junie's been arrested for murder. I can't believe I accepted her case without asking Mr. Wright, or being asked to do it by the person herself. Take deep breaths and relax, Athena. I'm here to help with whatever you need. So let's get right on the case. Right. I won't have this case left in the hands of rank amateurs. If anyone's going to solve this case, it'll be me. Time to investigate. Rank amateurs, you're in frickin' school, mate. We've been doing multiple cases now. Apollo's done like 7 at this point. More than you. You've done none. So you shut the hell up, sit your ass down, and let me do my damn job. Well, that smug little... He hasn't even finished law school. Oh! That was totally rude. You're not the only one on the case, man. I'm in on it too, big time. Juniper Woods, I'm gonna save you. Now that those two are gone, let's get back to what I was talking about in front of the stage. About the mock trial, that is. Oh, right. You said the victim's locations, position, and so on were just like the script? Exactly, but without the script or any props, it's kind of hard to explain. Oh, okay. I need to remember this voice now, because apparently he's here. Perhaps I could help you here, Forehead. He's fully animated, and he looks so much older. Prosecutor Gavin, what the hell are you doing here? You two seem to know each other. Is someone going to introduce me? Well, I do believe it's a fresh face here. Greetings, Fraulein. I'm Claudia Gavin. Some know me as prosecutor, but most know me for my famous former rock band. We're quite popular, you know, but regrettably the band went kaput. Perhaps you've heard of us, the Gavineers. I was the lead vocalist. He's actually snapping his fingers. Never heard of your band, but then again, I was out of the country till only recently. But can I get your autograph? You just met him like 3 seconds ago and you want his autograph? Forgive me, Fraulein, but I've retired from the music biz. But I'd be happy to offer my autograph as a rock star prosecutor, Claudia Gap. Oh, okay. That one then. She's a lively one, hair forehead. Hair forehead? I just straight up just called him forehead. I didn't go hair forehead. Didn't know she was Italian. She's the newest member of Write Anything Agency. That's all. Nice to meet you. I'm Athena Sykes. Pleasure to meet you too, Athena Sykes. Now that the intro's out of the way, I'm sure we have some questions for me. Yeah, her forehead? He's so fabulous. And it's got the same song. The song hasn't even changed. May I ask why you people present your badges like that? It seems like Herr Ford and Mr. Wright always want to show off theirs too. Well, let me ask you, Prosecutor Gavin, why do you play your air guitar? It would seem that the answer we seek can be found in such the same place. I never gave it that much thought, actually. I always just whip it out. Apollo! Phrasing. Why, Fraulein, what a wonderful piece of evidence you have there. But I imagine not no matter what you present, it would be impossible for it to be more persuasive than your beauty. Too bad it doesn't work that way in court, too. Did I ever mention I'm a graduate of this fine institution? No? The mock trials. It sure bring back memories. So many unforgettable battles. Really? So you stood up on the stage too? Yeah. I went on my air guitar, rocked out to the beat, and exposed crimes for all to see. You could say this is when my hard-rocking prosecutorial style made its debut. Hard-rocking prosecutorial style? How did your mock trial turn out? Acton, baby. Brought the house down and had the crown on my feet. Honestly. Ever since the Academy has held a live concert in conjunction with the mock trial. All I wanted to know was how the trial turned out. Oh man, I was hoping you'd react to it. It's like, wait a minute, I remember this. So what are you doing here, Prosecutor Gavin? I'm here for the same reason as your boss. He gave a lecture on their training regimen. So he's the famous prosecutor they invited. And I have another crucial ploy to play. Role to play, not ploy. The Gaviniers are getting back together for a one-time special performance. You mean the guy that's in prison is going to come out just for a performance? What? Even though you guys disbanded? This was a shame, by the way, really. Yeah, I know how much you adored our music, Herr Forehead. Anyway, I stored abroad from Germany to get my badge early, but I did graduate from here. Wait, so the performance June you mentioned... I see you already heard about that. One of the student representatives was selected to sing with us on stage. And the stage was supposed to have looked like this tomorrow. Is he given, like, the devil horns with his fingers there? Because his hand looks weird. It's a cool statue, though. It's funny. It's funny that they have the picture of the school here, and then just the Gaviners logo. Gaviniers. Stage plans for school festival. Now, you could probably read this if it was, like, the actual thing, but it looks like it just says superficial tested... Society, Song, Mudloy. I think that says university? Or is that a H? Probably a hair flip. Yeah, maybe. If they sped up his finger snap animation, it would actually fit the song. It would actually. Imagine if they timed it. So like it goes with the beat. 2 big bananas and a pair of wicked statues. This is just an illustration, but it's not half bad. Wicked statues? Wait, are they supposed to be you and Mr. Wright? Bingo, Fraulein. They were so big and magnificent, too. What a terrible waste. All right, Sean. Thanks for joining. But the worst part of this whole thing is my long-awaited reunion with my mentor never came to pass. Wait, don't tell me your mentor was Professor Court. She was the one who taught me how to think about the law. So Constance Court was your professor here at the academy? She may have taught the judge course, but she was a huge impact on me. She was fond of saying the end is only justified through proper means. She wouldn't tolerate dishonesty and always revered what was right beyond all else. I can feel Prosecutor Gavin's sadness. Oh no, I think I'm gonna cry. Athena, are you tearing up? No, I can't blame you. Prosecutor Gavin owes a lot to who he is to Professor Court. Exactly, so you can see why we were both joined in purpose, so to speak, yeah? Now, let's rock this place hard! Huh? I don't follow. Let's rock what? Forget already, Hair Forehead? I said I'd help you explain the mock trial. We're gonna reprise it right here in the lecture hall. It might help us catch our killer. Ooh. Mock trial reenactment. All rise. Right. The stage is ready. And you, Hair Forward, ready to rock? No, the defense is not ready, Rock. You saw the actual mock trial earlier, right? Just relax, you'll do fine. Besides, we have the script right here. Judy's masterpiece? The one everyone's been talking about? Yeah. There's only one in existence. I borrowed it, if you will. Now, Fraulein, we'll need you to play the part of defendant and judge as per the script. Okay, got it. I've only read the case outline so far. I don't know how it actually turns out, so I'll treat this as like I'm prosecuting a real case. You, Hair Forehead, will play the part of a fledgling lawyer, a role you were born to play. All the evidence is also here with us. We have everything we need to reprise the mock trial. Très bien. Let's get started. Defendant / Judge Athena Sykes is psyched and ready to rock. Court is now in session for a reenactment of the mock trial. Or what I like to call the mock trial. He's so fabulous, god damn it! Yeah, a double mockery perhaps, but a trial is still a trial. Achtung, baby! It's no holds barred, let's rock! He's so cool! Why do they make him cooler in this game? What the hell? Can we take it easy today?
Objection!
It may just be a mock of a mock, but there's only one way. There's only one way to compete. You play to win. So remember, each time I catch you slacking off, I'm holding you in contempt of court. Great. A judge that voices her own objections and abuses her judicial powers. Ooh. I like this. Now then, Prosecutor Gavin, your opening statement, if you please. You got it, Fraulein Judge. The case is set in a school very much like this one. The victim, a professor, a female. The defendant, an archery club member, also female. Oh, me, oh my. I'm innocent. Innocent, I tell you. That's some seriously bad acting, Fraulein. Anyway. Anyway, the victim's body was found and discovered in the middle of the quad. Here's a shot of the crime scene. Ironically, it was Professor Court who posed as the corpse. Wow, okay. Hair Forehead, how did the mock trial participants react to this photo? Mr. Newman was surprised by Professor Court was wearing. He reacted with, "Oh, the green sweatsuit." That's not exactly what I would pick to focus on, so why would he care about that? Too much of a fledgling to know what's important, that one. In any case. Both in the mock trial and the actual case, Professor Court was wearing a sweatsuit. Who said that? Mr. Newman. Mr. Noom. What was that again? Oh, it was you. Okay. For some reason, I thought it was a statue, man. Both in the mock trial and the actual case, Professor Court was wearing a sweatsuit. Moving right along.
Hold it!
Hey, wait a sec. The body was discovered in the same area as the mock case, although there was a stage. Plus, the murder weapon and arrow and the lack of blood are also the same. That's right. And therein lies the significance of this mock trial. Let's keep rocking it hard, just like that. Before the crime occurred, the defendant was to meet with the victim in the quad. Let's see here. When I arrived at our meeting place, I found the professor with an arrow in her stomach. But it wasn't me. I didn't kill her. You don't have to ham it up like that, Athena. It's called getting into character here, Fullhead. Don't be such a wet blanket. Right. Let's see. Oh, yeah, then you said... A frail co-ed used her bare hands to stab her professor with an arrow. I don't think so. At the time of the murder, a male student was seen holding a bow in the archery club room where there was a clear view of the quad. He shot the arrow to the victim before my client even got there. Nine, head forehead. That feigned swagger does not suit you in the least. Order. Especially you, Mr. Justice. Me? But I was just trying to get into it like Mr. Euro Rocker said. So, the victim was shot from the archery club room before the meeting even took place? Hence, the defendant could not be the killer. It seems to be the defense's assertion. Prosecutor Gavin, do you have any objections? The autopsy report notes that the edges of the victim's wounds were unusually ragged. Could such physical trauma actually be possible result from an arrow shot from a bow? 9. I do believe the victim was impaled by the arrow by hand, post-mortem. In short, the real murder weapon was not the arrow at all. When Robin was prosecutor, he had a tough time determining the real murder weapon. Well, he's just a student, a warm-up act, while I'm the real deal, the headliner, so to speak. The true murder weapon was most likely the awl that was left in the art room. An awl? What's that? I mean, an awl, you say? What might that be? It's a kind of tool that's used to poke in holes in paper, wood, and other materials. It's kind of like an ice pick. I have a photo of it here if you're interested. Gross, it's all bloody up to the handle. Please tell me that's just paint. Most likely, Frowler. Pretty realistic, yeah? Let's pretend it's real blood for now. The defendant's prints were lifted from the murder weapon. Hold on a minute, if she had the prop, how come he has it now? The defendant's prints were lifted from the weapon. Furthermore, the traces of the victim's blood were discovered in the art room. That's where I believe the murder actually took place. So, the question now is, how did the body get from the art room to the stage? The murder took place in the 3rd floor art room, but the body was found in the quad. Must have been quite a chore moving the body all that way. Not at all. There was a maintenance area and a storehouse right outside the art room. And a cart used to carry balls around was there. Oh, I think I've seen one of those before, but that's a pretty big one. A jumbo, yeah? Big enough to fit a person, or a body in it. The defendant dropped the body into the art room window, then moved it with the car. That's how it was, how a high school girl could actually move a body all by herself. You don't say!
Objection!
A body dropped from 3 stories up would show signs of massive blood-filled trauma.
Objection!
What was that? That's not Clavier, right? That sounds different. That may be true, but you fail to account for the large high jump mat in the storehouse. A body dropped onto such a mat would show no signs of blunt force trauma. Yikes. It's almost scary how similar this whole case is to the mock trial court proceedings. Quite the crafty killer, in an attempt to cast suspicion on the archery club. They moved the body to the quad where it would be an easy shot from the club room. Then the killer faked the murder weapon by inserting an arrow into the All's stab wound. Sounds like he has only high praise for Junie's script. Were there any further arguments from the defense? Nope. Seemed like the teacher who was playing the judge was satisfied too. Time for the finale then. Your verdict, if you will, Fraulein Judge. Huh? Oh, right, that's me. Very well, this court finds the defendant, Juniper Woods. Wait a second. Even if this is just a mock trial of a mock trial, I don't want to declare Junie guilty. Yeah, perhaps that's not such a good idea. Let's end the mock trial there. Besides, it's about time I get back to my investigation. Thanks, you two. That little run-through of the mock trial cleared up quite a few things. There's only one copy. 4 pages. Acton, baby! Prosecution's already got a witness lined up too. That was quick. Prosecutor Black was almost too good. You're sure in a helpful mood today, Prosecutor Gavin. Well, like I said, I just want to catch whoever killed Professor Court. And there's no reason for me to start butting heads with you two. Anyway, I won't say goodbye. I'm sure I'll just be seeing you again later. Come back! I always thought prosecutors were all rather scary bunch. But Prosecutor Gavin seems pretty nice. Yeah, he's not so bad as a prosecutor goes. We should get back to investigating too. We don't have nearly enough information yet. And we also have to tell Mr. Wright that we accepted Junie's case. Right. Looks like we'll have our work cut out for us. Ooh! I like this. It's like a jazz version of the song. The most prominent feature of this case is how closely it resembles a script. That makes it a tough one because we have to have a firm understanding of them both. No sweat, we can reenact the mock trial as many times as we want by reading the script. I'll check it out of the court record and commit it to my memory later. Good. But the script and the mock trial are going to be the centerpiece of the real trial. Make sure you know them from inside and out. Yes, sir, Mr. Justice! Mr. Justice? Careful, I could get used to that. Ooh, that piano! It would have been cool if he was the case's prosecutor. It would have been. But, you know. Apollo, any advice on how to investigate this case? Oh, start by interviewing people about the basic facts. Interview people, got it! Hey, you there! What can you tell me about the... Whoa, hold on, Athena. The trial's tomorrow, so try to limit to people with some relation to the case. Okay, got it. Limit the interval pool. Right. Might also want to take it down a notch, otherwise you'll be dead by tomorrow. You want me to calm down? At a time like this? Junie's fate rests in my hands. I just have to win this one. Well, you can't win it if you're going to be running around everywhere. Oh, nice, your attorney's badge. That's the first thing you want to present when you meet someone new. Of course. I heard that's what all the lawyers do. You heard that? From who? Who else? Mr. Wright. Just remember, your badge comes first. See, Athena? Check it out. This is my attorney's badge. Ooh, that's so intense. I want to present mine like that too. Oh my god. And when you show evidence, you do it like this. We put it in their face and rub it on them. Yes, nice one, Athena. Keep it up. I don't care if it's totally unrelated to the case or just plain annoying or even embarrassing. Just keep presenting evidence without any regard for others. That's the first step towards becoming a successful trial lawyer. Leave it to me. I'll present one piece after another and then another. Okay. A torrid love triangle? Juniper sure is popular with us guys. Of course she is. She's pretty, plus she has a sweet and caring personality. I know what you're thinking. Why can't Athena be more like that, right? No, the thought never crossed my mind. Let's see. Panic, sorrow. Yep, that's exactly what crossed his mind. Stop using your powers for evil, Juniper. The mock trial was quiet in the heated battle. Mr. Wright didn't even hear me when I said I wanted to see it. That was so unfair. We should have done the rock, paper, scissors to determine who to watch. I know I would have been totally beaten you. How could you know that? The game's totally random. No, I can tell you favor scissors. I mean, the proof's sticking right out of your forehead. Huh? What are you talking about? Like I said, it's right there on your head. Body was found with a protruding arrow, was found in the quad. The murder weapon was in all. The arrow was inserted as a ruse. The actual murder scene was the art room where traces of blood were found on the floor. The body was dropped from the third floor art room to the maintenance area below. A mat was laid out to the cushion of the fall. A ball cart from the storehouse was then used to move the body to the stage. The archery club's room has a good view of the quad. The body was moved to the quad to make it look like an archery club member had shot the victim with an arrow. All buy with school festival funds, get from hardware store. Arrow, if I borrow one from the archery club, it should give away the part in the script's plot. TBD. Sweatsuit. Victim's outfit will be the red one from the prosecutor's course. Well, it's green, so it's from no one's course. I can go straight to the right anything agency. Let's go to the hallway. Ah, Mr. Wright. Why is he so angry? I heard they arrested your friend Juniper. Yeah, Detective Fulbright just took her in.
I refuse to believe that one of our students is capable of murder. We must prove her innocence by any means necessary. The ends justify the means.
What do you mean the ends justifies the means?
I, Professor Means, always mean what I say. And mean what I say by all means. I messed that up, but, it still works. Here at our STEAM Academy, we train our students to produce meaningful results. You believe in Juniper's innocence, do you not?
Of course I do. Judy would never even hurt a fly. Oh, God.
Precisely! We have justice on our side. The only other thing we need are results. It is the height of folly to endanger your client by failing to pursue all means possible.
Sure, I want to prove her innocence, but I don't like the sound of the end justifies the means part.
Well, you are still young and idealistic. It's no wonder you failed to see the wisdom therein. There is but one thing to do now. I must personally take up Juniper's defense.
You're going to take a case, Professor Means? You're a professor, not a lawyer. You cannot just suddenly go, I'm going to take this case. You're the head of the whole school. You can't just do that.
I may be a professor, but I'm still licensed to practice law. In fact, I even battled Professor Court in court.
No kidding? So you guys were rivals or something?
No, nothing of the sort. She was an esteemed colleague of the Academy and in court. You see, both Professor Court and I graduated from the Academy at the top of our class.
Wow, I bet they both used to really bring it.
Now, if you will excuse me, I'd best go discuss the case with Juniper.
Professor Means, please wait. I didn't want to say anything, but Apollo and I already agreed to take our case. It's true. Juniper is counting on us to prove her innocence.
Really now? You two?
And when were you planning on telling me? Sorry, boss. I knew we should have asked first, but... Relax. Your friends would just hold away in front of your eyes. Sometimes you just gotta make snap decisions. I think you made the right one.
How wonderful! Very well, Athena Sykes. Let me ask you one thing. As a lawyer, what is it that you treasure beyond all else?
That's an easy one, Professor. Seeking justice for my clients.
What a wonderful answer. Juniper must be overjoyed to have a friend such as you. As her professor, I too shall do whatever I may to help her. Even kill. And if you decide to take the end justifies the means strategy, come see me at once. let's hope it never comes to that. Now, well, if you'll excuse me. Well, time's a wasting. Better start investigating him fast. But first, how about I tell you everything I know so far? Yes, please. Badge. Oh, a shiny new attorney's badge. Brings back memories. I heard that countless people live in dread of your pointer finger. I would have done this, didn't I? Yeah, I did. I'm stupid. Have you learned anything new about the case? Actually, I ran into the prosecutor, Gavin, and he told me something interesting. Seems the murder took place in the art room. There's traces of a large pool of blood there. So the police believe the body was moved from there to the stage. What? Really? Just like the mock trial again. The police are searching the art room, but whether they'll find anything, well... Well, what? Come to think of it. Let's do our own crime scene investigation before it gets too crowded around here. Huh? Are we even allowed to do that? It's no big deal as long as we leave it exactly like we found it. Plus... No, never mind. Now then, where was I again? But there's really no need to talk about it right here, right now. I want you two to find out yourselves. So, were you shocked by the conversation with Professor Means? Oh, I guess so. Actually, that was pretty shocking. The dark age of the law. I'm sure you've heard those words before. Sure, a number of times. Prosecutors files false charges and lawyers fight back by fabricating evidence. There's a lot of that going around these days. But the question is, how is it related to the case at hand? Training students to produce results. That is the school's policy. Well, that in and of itself isn't a bad thing. Right. As long as those results come by fair and honest means. Oh, but that's what it was. But what was it that Professor Means said? The ends justify the means? Evil school. To survive the dark age of the law, you must use any means necessary. Fabrication of evidence and false charges are unavoidable in the quest for results. That's why they're preaching it here at Themis Academy Energy Academy. But what will happen to our legal system if results are all that matter anymore? What do you mean, what will happen to it? That's what's been going on since the dawn of time in this game. Relax, it's just a rumor. I'd take it with a grain of salt if I were you. Oh, that's a relief. You had me going there for a minute. Wait a second, what if Mr. Wright examined the victim's body for a reason? Maybe he was worried someone might actually tamper with the evidence. I think that's about wraps up for what I know so far. The fact that this case closely resembles Miss Wood's script is obviously important. Knowing that, you should probably try and identify what's the same and what's different. Okay, I'll try talking to as many people as I can on campus. And then I present him with the script. Things like that sure scream out school days, don't they? Were you involved in any extracurricular activities like school papers or mock trials? Nah, that wasn't my thing. I was an art major. And then I got almost prosecuted for murder. An art major? Then how did you become a famous attorney? It's kind of complicated. And when I say kind of, I mean really, really complicated. Oh. You must really mean it. I'm picking up a lot of complex emotions in his voice. I haven't presented Phoenix with the Themis Herald Extra in episode 3. Oh, okay. Ash, I just looked at the achievement. It actually showed him in his outfit from when he was in university, you know, with the scarf and the pink shirt. Listen, Athena, there's a certain amount of etiquette involved in presenting evidence. You're free to shove this or that into my face, but at least get my attention first or give me some sort of warning. In other words, do as I say, not as I do. Alright, well, we didn't really get to explore the outdoor stage fully, so let's do that. If you want that story, go watch Majorshepard's old streams. Yeah, do that. I thought the area was cordoned off. Hey, the police are discussing something over there. Ooh, I know. They'll just quietly sneak over there for a listen. Here goes. Athena, watch where you're... There's a box. Hey. Ow. Put this stupid box here. Wait. Eat. Apollo, this box. There's... What now? There's someone or something inside. Don't let it be Snake. That's not creepy. Fragile. Turns white to black, panda ink. Hands off. This side up. You morons blew my cover. What the? There really is someone inside. That someone is me, Miriam Scuttlebutt. And I'm in a senior in the judge course. What's with the box? It's the state of the world we live in the shadows. There's a very good reason why none may see my face by the light of day. Give them a solid Snake voice. That's gonna be hard. I can do like one line and then that's it. Which is just like not kept you waiting. It's not kept you waiting. It's more of the other one. What was it? I've forgotten the line. It's been too long. I actually do need to do a stream of like Metal Gear in the future, but there's no PC version other than 5. We already did that. Scuttlebutt is slang for gossip. Yep. Yes, it is. Wait, if you're taking the judge's course, did you write a mock trial script too? Really want to be seeing my script that bad? I can't do a solid Snake impression. God. A surveillance camera? You better watch out. Read it without my permission, and you'll wish you had. Who cares? I was just rejected for a good reason. So you're studying to be a judge too? You must be classmates with Juniper? Were you a friend of hers? Juniper? Sure, she's my friend. That's why I'm gathering info. Now tell me all you know. You know for tomorrow's trial. Tomorrow's trial? What are you talking about? I'm going to take the stand, naturally. So the witness for the prosecution is some weirdo in a cardboard box? This disguise is how I get my scoops. But you're right, it's me. So tell me everything you know about Juniper for Juniper's sake. Wait a second, Miriam. Repeat what you just said. A lawyer's with brains as bad as his ears, poor Juniper. I'm talking about the stand tomorrow. Tell me everything you know for Juniper's sake. Clear enough for you this time? He's having a heart attack! Thought so. Athena, my bracelet's reacting. Really? That means a lie already? That was quick. Turns out it's not Solid Snake, it's Liquid Snake. Brother! Where exactly am I supposed to be looking? There we go.
Gotcha!
That's strange. You certainly tightened your grip when you said, for Juniper's sake. It's like you subconsciously tensed up because you're lying. What are you talking about? When did I ever lie? Okay, then let me ask you this. Why were you selected as a witness? That's an easy one. I'm the Herald and editor-in-chief of the famous Herald. I know everything there is to know around this campus, even the darkest of secrets. Editor-in-chief, huh? Pretty impressive. Yeah, well, it's a lonely one-woman operation. I do it all by myself from reporting, to editing, to publishing. Still impressed. I'm a perfect storm of journalism because I bring it all to the table. I don't know how you're supposed to do this as a person. How you just go. And this is the evidence here. You know, you could just pass it underneath because that's where it's open, but sure. An extra edition of the Themis Herald published to coincide with the mock trial. Thanks, Miriam. You revealed who you truly are. Someone who's never had Junie's best interests in mind. What? Are you questioning our friendship? Well, you may want answers, but no can do, because what you're saying conflicts with this piece of evidence.
Take that!
That's the Themis Herald, the paper I published. What about it? Remodeled her? What? Miriam? I remember her doing the whole, like, punching the box thing. As soon as she did it, I was like, oh yeah, she does this. And I was like, that's cool. Are you really that dense? This article is full of malicious lies about Junie. It's definitely not something a true friend of hers would write. I got it all wrong. Another staff member wrote that one. I don't think so, Miriam. You even said it yourself just a moment ago. It's a one-woman operation. Or did you forget already? If you just give me the info you have. Stupid pawn, Juniper's just using you. Now, I want the truth, Miriam. You had in the box in order to collect gossip for your sleazy paper, isn't that right? You're not really friends with Juniper, are you? No, duh. She's the target of my scoops. My readers demand dirt. Extra, the dirty little secret of the Snooky Clean Student Council President. Dirty little secret. I thought I was going to say something completely different there. I'm so glad it said secret and not a different word. Oh, she has an official design under there? I have to look that up. Although I think I recall... Oh, wait, we'll probably find out. Alright, what are you planning to say in court, huh? I'm a witness to a part of the crime. I'm going to tell all in a shocking expose. The end justifies the means. That's my brand tell-all or journalism. The end justifies the means? Wait a second. In this dark age of the law, many of us embrace Professor Means' methods, even future judges. I've even adopted an end justifies the means brand of journalism, which includes tape recorders secretly hidden all over the campus. Secretly recording every last word without anyone being any of the wiser. Because this is Japanifornia, and technically Japan, that would be illegal. If it was actually in America or any other country, that's perfectly fine. Doesn't she realize that's totally illegal in Japan? I mean, some places might have that as well, but no. And one of them was at the scene of the crime, the art room. Although, I'm not like a full thing on it, because there's a whole thing like getting information or really into the detail. There's more to it than just that oversimplification. But you get the point. You put a tape recorder in the art room? What did it record? You want to know? You really want to know? Yes, please. That's so nice of you to... Like I'd really tell you now. The big scoop comes in court tomorrow. You're so mean, Miriam. According to my evidence, a fatal fissure had opened between the three of them. Who? Junie, Hugh, and Robin? What do you mean by that fatal fissure? Juniper, Hugh, and Robin used to be the best of friends. Used to be? You still seem to get along fine to me. I did some sort of discord, though. You don't know anything. Professor Means has his followers and Professor Court has hers. Their influence is inescapable. Are you implying that one of them adheres to the extreme idea you and Professor Means have? But why would anyone follow that philosophy? How could you possibly understand? You're new around here. Miriam, wouldn't you feel better if you came out of the dark and into the light? I can see fine in here. You'll be the one seeing the light in the court tomorrow. It was like my life was meant to be inside the box. Then you realize how guilty Juniper Woods really is. We're gonna have to cross-examine her tomorrow, but I don't know where to start. Well, let's at least take care of whatever we can today. You're right. Let's see what else we can find out. This is my badge. If you want to give me a present, slip it through the hole in my box. Or if it's too big, you could just open the top and give it that way. So which is it going to be? Either way, creeps me out. I love this newspaper. The paper quality, the printing method, the smell of the ink. Could it be more perfect? Is it really that amazing? You just don't get it, do you? Toilet paper, hamster, cage lining, window liner, wiper. My page is so awesomely versatile. I understand that the contestants run the entire spectrum of fecal matter as well. The contents. My script was way more popular than Juniper's. Really? Wow, what's the majority? Was that the majority opinion? Yep, my behind-the-scenes maneuvers, threats and deceptions work like a charm. This may come as a surprise to you, but that's so-called cheating. Says you. I didn't break the law. Besides, the end justifies the means. That's what they teach us here. Apparently, some people are already thriving in the dark age of the law. Alright, I think that's everything we can do. Can I look at it myself? An unceremonious cancellation. Objection. Oh! Why is his hands glowing? That's a weird picture. Can I examine the area? No? Okay, guess I'll just leave. Ooh. Animated leaves. A putty tat! October 24th. There's a skeleton up there. Maintenance area. So this is the maintenance area. Let's see. During the mock trial, Prosecutor Gavin said that the art room is right above here on the 3rd floor. And that the body was dropped onto the high jump mat from the storehouse. Right, and then he claimed that the body was transported to the stage in a ball cart. And then, there's something else here? Hey, it's Robin. Whoa, you scared the crud out of me. Yikes, right back at you. So what are you doing out here? I'm working out so I can become strong enough to save Juniper. But I'm so worked up, my training brace is almost breaking at the seams. All right, the girl you got arrested. Oh, the girl you like got arrested. So you're psyching yourself up to rescue her? Yes, because I am the manliest of men. That's why I work out with my manly brace. Except that I hear some discord in that manliest of men's voice of yours. I don't mean to be rude, but can you talk about without shouting? Sorry! I'll try not to shout so much. If at all possible. That is. Which is not at all possible by the sound of it. So do you mind if I ask you some questions as Junie's lawyer? No problem, ask away! Keep 'em coming, man! Ouch. My ears ache already. Robin, can you tell me a little bit more about yourself? Want to know about me? I'm a second-rate member of the Fine Arts Club! Fine Arts Club? Looks like a broken pottery, a classroom, or maybe some sort of source of the noise we heard. There were supposedly 2 statues on this stage. I seem to recall hearing that a co-ed from the Fine Arts Club had made them. Yeah, 2 big glamours of a big pair of wicked statues. It was of just an illustration, but it's not half bad. Wicked statues? Aren't these supposed to be what you Mr. Right? A bingo, Fraulein. And they were so big and magnificent, too. What a terrible waste. And now he's Irish. Say, did you create those stage statues by any chance? You bet I did, both of them. Put my blood, sweat, and tears into that things, man. Must have been terrible seeing them all smashed up like that. Nah, I couldn't face Professor Court if I let something like that get me down. What do you mean? Professor Court was the Fine Arts Club's advisor. She was all about truth and beauty, man. She's always said the good thing results in the truth, and that hand. Only lawyers who seek truth through legitimate means produce something worthwhile results. Yes, I'm totally on your guy's side. She must have been an incredible woman. Yeesh, you call me loud when I practice my chords of steel. Oh man, why did I take the prosecutor course? I mean, how am I supposed to save Juniper if I'm studying to be a prosecutor? Don't worry, I'll clear Judy's name, you'll see. The three of us had a dream, we'd sure we'd make it happen together. Prosecutor, lawyer, judge, the three of us would hold fair and honest trials. The dark age of the law, ha! We were gonna put a nail in that coffin, yeah, man! Wow, you guys swore to do that? But no! That stupid school rule had to ruin it! School rule? Which one? Anyone with a prior conviction, no matter how minor the offense, they won't be allowed to graduate from the school. Stupid holier-than-thou school! Tough legal academy with even tougher rules. Which makes no sense. Oh, you have a slight misdemeanor? You don't get to be a lawyer. Jeannie will never become a judge unless I can prove her innocence. And if I fail, the three of them will never realize their dream. It's like someone put pressure on my pressure. Whoa! Check out your badge! What do you think? Nice and shiny, huh? Yeah, it's awesome! If the plating ever starts to peel or get all beaten up, let me fix it for you. Really? Thanks. No problemo! I'll have some primo clay and clays ready just in case. Wait, what does clay have to do with my badge? Whoa! Did you make that? I'll be firing the kiln for you. Just give it to me and I'll take care of the rest. I think I'll pass on the kiln firing this time. Phew, dodged a bullet there. I don't know why it does a double bling there. That's the paper! So, Robin, is this article true? The author of that article has been gunning for the three of us for some reason. It's been nothing but trashy articles like this as long as I can remember. Huh. Maybe the author just wants your attention? No way, man! The venom of those word articles is way beyond that. Huh. I wonder. Whoa, deja vu, man! It's like I can almost taste my near victory again. But no, the final showdown was cancelled because of that murder. This topic sure seems to strike a raw nerve. I hope it doesn't come between you guys. You kidding? Our friendship, it's like a diamond, only tougher. It's like a powder keg before a spark. Stop smashing the pot. It's like the car before the storm. In other words, it's under a lot of pressure and ready to blow at any moment. Oh, victory, final strike, friendship. Okay. Fun fact, Dale, an Australian Prime Minister, just went for a swim and disappeared, and nobody even cared to look for him. Okay then. Can I not go anywhere? I want to go to the art room. There's nothing else to ask. I can't look at anything. So I guess I'll go to the stage. No. Lecture hall? Oh, the lecture hall. Okay. Look, there's Hugh. Hey, Hugh. Oh, it's you two. Did you want something? Did you find anything? You said you were going to do some investigation on your own. Nope, nothing yet. I'm afraid it's not looking very good for Juniper. Don't really think Juniper could have done something like this, do you? Only the author and the victim knew the contents of the script. Both the stage and the art room were in the exact same state as described therein. Nobody could mimic the crime like that unless they'd already read the script or wrote it. But look, Professor Means is better able to handle this than you two. Just leave it to him. There it is again. Picking up some discord in Hugh's voice. Hugh, would you mind telling me a little bit about yourself? Whatever. I'm 6'1", I'm under this uniform. I'm 100% lean muscle. My grades are outstanding and I'm an ace of the archery club. He is the same. I never miss my mark. Oh, and I'm incredibly humble too. How can he even say that with a straight face? Those around me call me a genius, but I pay them no mind. But when it comes to tests, I always get 100%, so I suppose it's only natural for them to say I'm a genius. But as I said before, I pay them no mind. I heard you the first time. Well, what about the mock trial? It sounded like you were able to put news to Robin. There's a very good reason for that. You see, right before the mock trial started, I saw the body. You saw the body? Right, and I was so distraught that I basically handed Robin a victory. Why are you sweating? Hugh, would you mind telling us a little bit more about that? Right before the mock trial, the campus was empty. Everyone was there in the lecture hall. Your attention, please. This is an announcement from the mock trial committee. The mock trial will begin shortly. All students and faculty, please proceed at once to the lecture hall. That's right. There was that announcement, and then everyone came in here. The only exceptions were the mock trial participants. Juniper, Robin, and I were in our personal dressing rooms next door. Wow, your own personal dressing rooms? That's total VIP treatment. Actually, they're for students. Student-teacher meetings. They won't even have windows. The other two awaited patiently in their rooms, and that's not my style. So I headed over to the archery range on the other side of the quad. I did some meditation while I waited. That's the best way to relax. And then just before the mock trial was to start, I headed back towards the main building. As I walked across the quad, I passed in front of the stage. So that's when you saw the body? Right. It was quite a shock. As much as I hate to admit it, my legs were shaking. I could have easily beaten Robin if I hadn't been for that. And you just didn't tell anyone? Wait, hold it right there. You went through the mock trial even though you had just discovered a body? Why didn't you tell anyone? I mean, you were talking about someone getting killed here. I think I know why. Was it because of this? Where did you get that? So the article in the Themis Herald is true. The winner of the mock trial would get to make his confession to Junie. Right, but if I reported the body I'd found, the whole thing would have been called off. You really wanted to win that bad? Bad enough to ignore a dead body? Sorry, but that's not normal. Or could their love for Junie really be that strong? No, it's not normal. Even if their love was that strong, they would still report a body. They could just do the mock trial another day. Just unnecessary. This is really stupid, and I don't like it. Like, it's very frustrating. Thanks for sharing the important piece of information with us. It may prove useful at tomorrow's trial. Good, because that's all I've got to say about the matter. Thanks, don't worry, we'll prove Juniper's innocence, you'll see. Can't say you two inspire much confidence. Okay, Athena, what next? Well, I think I've talked to everyone who is somehow linked to the case. Okay, maybe it's about time we wrapped up our investigation. Oh, wait, we haven't met with Junie yet. Yeah, you're right. Let's head over to the detention center. What if I want to present you things? Your attorney's badge looks brand new. That just shows how inexperienced and useless you are. Says the guy who doesn't even have one. Well, when you get your badge, you'll be new and shiny too. You mouth breathers just don't get it, dude. He uses the term mouth breathers? Wow. Okay. You really are an incel. My badge will be a symbol of my genius from the moment I get it. It'll be chipped and bent and worn if it's been through 1,000 courtroom battles. He's like some hipster doofus. Is it just me, or is this your name here? It's my name, but how should I know what it's doing there? But being that the whole campus looks up to me, I'm not surprised to find my name mentioned here and there. And I'm not surprised he said that, being the narcissist he is. That's from the archery club. We left the school to use it for the mock trial. Never figured it would end up being used like it was. Of course, the real murder weapon isn't an arrow at all. I know, but the fact remains that it was used in this whole insidious plot. But a mouth breather like you couldn't possibly understand. You see, archery is a sport that demands advanced mental focus. How about you shut the hell up? I shoot you with an arrow. I'm starting to really not like this guy. Like, what the hell? Was he this bad before? I don't remember. And the killer's actions have done harm to his image. I know exactly what you mean, except for that mouth breather remark. Well, let's hope that someday you'll win. You will, because it won't. There couldn't be any more self-evidence. I like him less and less every time he opens his mouth. You and me both, Athena. We're the same. So you really declared that you'd confess to Junie if you won the mock trial? Because he's definitely not the shy type. Yeah, well, that's just how the genius that is me. My thoughts and actions are on a whole other level from you mouth breathers. So, no, it's not your vanity. It's your vanity that's on a whole nother level. Random junk from some mouth breather. What makes you think I want to see that? Probably have a Discord kit. Oh, God. The least you could do is make it seem more interesting. Like by telling me how cool I am. Who does this guy think he is? I get it. This is your way of mocking my defeat. You like shoving people's shame in their faces. That's your modus operandi. No, that wasn't my intention. Besides, you were never actually defeated. Oh, I suppose you're right. Or is this just a trick intended to provoke me? That wasn't my intention either. Then what was your intention? I know, you were trying to toy with my emotions. Wow, this guy can't take being humbled, old country style. Oh, we're just this, blah, 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 blah. Nothing new. So, moving out. To the detention center. Visitor's room. Thena, thank you so much for coming. She called me Thena like she used to. Maybe she's finally letting her guard down. Judy, the crime's unfolding exactly like your script. Any idea what's going on here? You wanted to make it fair, so the script was kept secret until the day of the mock trial. The only people who knew the details were Professor Court and I. Nothing we haven't heard of already so far. However... Yes? What is it, Judy? Well, there was this one article in the school paper. You mean this one? It's more like a tabloid piece than a newspaper article, if you ask me. I've been worried that the trial would wreck the friendship between Robin, Hugh, and me. She wants to stay friends, but both of the guys are hoping to take her to the next level. Oh, the passion of high school drama. Wish I could have experienced it. And I know I shouldn't have, but I revised the script to favor the prosecution. Professor Court noticed it immediately and changed it back. Ah, so if Robin had won, Hugh wouldn't have been able to confess his love to Junie. That would have kept the trio's relationship the same. Never knew Junie could be so devious. Sorry, I Guess my personal problems probably won't be any help in court, huh? You never know. Help often comes from the most unexpected places. Thanks, Juniper. I was wondering about that awl you had on you when you were arrested. Detective Fulbright, we found this in the suspect's pocket. Ooh, why, there's blood on here. Where is evidence made for the mock trial? A mock trial? Never heard of such a thing, but it sounds fishy to me. Real. Oh, real. It was the murder weapon from the mock trial. Professor Court and I were prepping it in the art room until the day before the mock trial. I didn't even realize it. I still had it on me until I was arrested. Then we have nothing to worry about. There shouldn't be any way to link it to the crime. Still, that blood red color on the awl bothers me. Wasn't it just paint or something? I mean, I was looking at it from pretty far away, but it probably was just paint, but that's what bothers me. It wasn't on the awl when we were prepping it yesterday. It wasn't? Then how did it get there? Well, before the mock trial began, I showed Dina and Mr. Wright to the waiting room. Then I went back to my dressing room to get the trial props we were going to use. And that's when I found the art room key and the awl and what looked like blood on it. Key? And the awl? Professor Court normally has the art room key since she's a fine arts club advisor. And since the key was there in the dressing room, I thought she was the one who painted the awl to look like it had blood on it. After all, she always insisted that the props should be realistic, so... The awl suddenly shows up on the day of the trial with that, what looks like a blood on it? I have a really bad feeling about this. That's not blood. It's strawberry jam. Me too, but let's not jump on the gun on this. You and Professor Court were busy preparing for the mock trial together yesterday, right? Was that the last time you saw her? Yes. I left school at around 6 p.m. Did you notice anything different about her? No, I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. She looked and acted the same as always. If we were playing frickin' LA Noire right now, we would be like pressing X to doubt because she keeps looking side to side, all the facial expressions. She's like, she's hiding something. Turns out she's actually part of a freaking mafia circle inside the school and sells information to the highest bidder. She looks and acts the same way as always. I would have never guessed she'd end up like this. It looks like we're about out of time. Thank you for coming to see me. We'll do anything we can to prove you innocent tomorrow. I know, and I believe in you, Dina. Well, I should go now. Bye. Is she gonna be alright? She looks like a shadow of the girl we met back at the academy. The junior I knew was always like that. A little weak and sickly. But the fact that she's lifted her facade shows that she trusts us. Even still. What is it? Well, when Junie and I and her two friends were talking about their friendship, I sensed some discord in their hearts. Seriously? Yeah, but it was really faint. It might have been mistaken. There's no reason to doubt their friendship. Is there? Don't worry, everything will be fine. You and Juniper are friends, right? You know what friends that I mentioned to you earlier? Well, get this. Whenever something's troubling one of us, the others can just feel it. That's real friendship. I suppose you're right. Might as well forget about that and concentrate on the trial. No, it's going to be important later, I can tell, because otherwise it wouldn't have been brought up. Yep, tomorrow's the big day. Let's sort out what we know so far. Okay. The victim, Professor Constant Court, was murdered in the art room on the 3rd floor. Then her body was moved to the outdoor stage in the quad. Also, the location where we found the body was just as the mock trial script described. I wish there were the only similarities they shared. What do you mean? What I mean is the scripts in this case are exactly the same in almost every respect. So it follows that the actual trial may be very well unfold, just like the mock trial did. Oh no! The mock trial ended right before the prosecution was about to win. Well, that's not going to happen. This time, Junie will be declared not guilty. Of course, I intend to get our results the honest way. We can do this. We'll be fine. After all, I am Apollo and he's the king of being fine. Until he gets injured in an explosion. Becomes emo. It's like, I must find my true path. Yeah. God. I don't know what was with today, but that was a lot of voices I had to do, and I feel very tired from all that. But this is a perfect place to stop. It's been 2 hours. We made some good progress. We got a good place to start off next time. So, thank you all for joining today. We shall continue with this on Thursday? Yeah, today's Tuesday, so we'll be back on Thursday. So, thank you all for joining today. Hope everyone enjoyed. As usual, like, follow, subscribe to the bell notification of when I next stream. And if you want to help support me, there's links to Patreon and tips as well in there. And if you do become a patron, you get your name added to the patron list here, where I give you a shout out at the end of every stream, like I do with Hiroru Kuni and the Swordmaster 37. And I thank you for the continued support, and I greatly appreciate you. And then I take you to a law school where you get to learn about law and join me on an adventure of law. But yeah, that's where we'll bring this up on Thursday. Tomorrow we're back with Halo 3 and probably finishing it. So look forward to that. And until then, y'all take care. Have a nice rest of the day. And I'll see you next time. See you, Refatron. See you, Swordmaster. Thanks for joining. Bye-bye.